What's going on, everybody? This is Chris Lawler, Vice President and Senior Loan Officer with Nova Home Loans. For episode 4, I wanted to talk to you about FHA's 90-day and 180-day flip rule and why it's important to know this when you're purchasing a home. So when you're purchasing a home, FHA has a restriction that you can't purchase a property within the first 90 days that the current owner has purchased the property. And the reason why it's important to know that is because a lot of times you're dealing with novice flippers. So they'll list the property as FHA eligible, not realizing that FHA has that restriction. So it's very important to have the conversation with your realtor to find out in advance whether or not you're going to have any issues with it. Because the last thing you want to do is go into contract just to find out you have to cancel it because of FHA's flip rule. You can also ask me as a lender because I can do the research for you. And the other thing that you want to take into consideration is FHA's 180-day flip rule. And it's very important to know this because if you go on a contract from the 91st day to day 180, if the original owner is selling it for double what they purchased it for, you have to have a second appraisal. So obviously that second appraisal costs more money. The good thing for you is FHA protects you as the buyer because you're not required to pay that. So somebody else within the contract actually has to pay that. Typically it's the listing agent, or the seller will pay that second appraisal if it's within that first 180 days. The other thing that you can take into consideration with it is if you get that second appraisal and it comes in low, that can impact what the sales price has to be, or somebody's going to have to come in with some money to make up the difference. It's not always the case because there is a 5% variance rule with it, but sometimes it can become an issue for you. So it's very important to know this when you're going into the contract because you don't want to deal with these issues and find out after you're in contract. You want to be able to address these during the negotiations. That way you can address it and get it done with. Because that second appraisal can definitely delay the contract for you because it adds an additional week for the second appraisal. So it's important to know that, and that way you give yourself adequate time for planning of the closing date. So if you need help doing the research, like I said, you can go to your realtor, but you can also go to me as a lender. I can do the research for you. I'm always here and available to help you. You can call me anytime at 520-260-4846. You can also go to my website at www.loansbylawler.com where I have a lot of great content. It's going to help you through the home buying process. It's going to show you different products that are available to you. And also be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'll be posting a lot of content here. So I do take pride in offering 24/7 service. So you're welcome to call me anytime at 520-260-4846. Be sure to look out tomorrow for episode 5 for some more great information. I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a wonderful day.